Topic 22 is on power series. Got ink here. And it's power series or intervals of convergence. You can hear it either way. So we want to find the interval and radius of convergence for 2x minus 3 raised to the n over n squared. I think it's a great idea to think about anticipating what the answer is. So look at the stuff that's raised to the n. I should end up with whatever's left over inside there in the absolute value. So if I do this correctly, I should get 2x minus 3 is less than 1. That's what I should end up with if I do my ratio test correctly. You still have to do the ratio test, but it's kind of nice to know where it's headed. Then, if I think about my endpoints, whatever here is raised to the n, this stuff up in top, will eventually change, and it will become plus or minus. I should get a 1 over n squared for one part of it, and I should also get negative 1 over n squared for the other piece. That'd be raised to the n. So I'll get an alternating piece and a regular piece. Now, usually the alternating piece will happen with the negative one, the one that's going to come up first. But you should anticipate these are the values you should be coming up with. So that's what we're going to try to look for as we work it. First, we do the ratio test. 2x minus 3 to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 squared times n squared over 2x minus 3 raised to the n. We need that to be less than 1. You don't have to show the less than 1 right there. We cancel, so I've got 2x minus 3 to the n. I've got one extra 1 up here, so it leaves me with one of those on the top. I'm going to put my n squared and n plus 1 squared together. So, and as n goes to infinity, these guys right here, they're going to go to 1. So I end up with, look at that, absolute value, 2x minus 3 is less than 1. Okay, let's find a radius. To get the radius, I need to get it so it's x plus or minus something. So I divide everything by 2. That's my radius. My radius is equal to 1/2. Now to get my interval, I look at both the positive and negative cases. Negative 1/2 is less than x minus 3/2, less than 1/2. Add 3/2 to both sides. You get 1 less than x less than 2. Now I've got to check my endpoints. So I plug in x equals 1. When I plugged in x equals 1, I got 2 minus 3. That's negative 1 to the n. There's that one. Just found him. Okay, that converges because you can look at alternating series. Terms go to 0. That works. When I plug in x equals 2, I get 1 over n squared. 1 over n squared converges as well. My interval then is 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2.